A record 40.5% of all 18-year-olds in the UK have applied to go to university, with numbers rising significantly during lockdown, according to the University Admission Service (UCAS). It is the first time that more than 4 out of 10 students had applied by 30th of June to go to university, and the figures will offer some comfort to universities bracing themselves for the COVID-19 aftershock. At the same point in the admissions cycle last year, the figure was 38.9%, and UCAS points out that between mid-March and the end of June, when the pandemic was at its height in the UK, applications rose by 17%. Applications for nursing are up to 50% year-on-year, and UCAS says that for the first time, more than a quarter of young people from disadvantaged backgrounds had applied to university or college by 30th of June, the final deadline to apply for up to 5 courses simultaneously. While the sector will be relieved that domestic applications appear buoyant at this stage, what is as yet unknown is how many students will change their minds and choose not to go to university in September, put off by the impact of COVID-19 restrictions on the student experience. Earlier this week, the Institute for Fiscal Studies warned that the after-effects of the coronavirus outbreak could spell financial disaster for as many as 13 British universities, with the exact size of losses dependent on how many students decide not to enroll. Although the IFS did not name the 13 institutions most at risk, it suggests that those with the lowest reserves and smallest investment will need a government bailout or debt restructuring to survive. The rising numbers of domestic applicants indeed good news for the higher education sector. According to UCAS, by 30th of June, just over 514,000 people of all ages across the UK had applied for a place on an undergraduate course, up to 1.6% on figures at the same point last year. The number of applicants from outside the EU was up 10%, at just over 89,000, while the EU was 2% down on last year, at just over 49,500. Those figures could, however, change significantly by the start of the new academic year as students reflect on their choices. Claire Marchant, UCAS chief executive, said, "Universities and colleges are setting out their ambitions to welcome students to their campuses this autumn, with many planning to blend high-quality online learning with face-to-face teaching and support. Confidence is building for an autumn term that safely captures the essence of the academic year's traditional start as much as possible." Are you one of those who have applied for the university? What are you going to study once you've got in? If you're not the university age yet, what do you plan to go into the higher education, or do you prefer to go through apprentice route? Please leave a comment below, and we would love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel for the latest updates. This is Leo Zhu from ZChannel. Thanks for watching.